Hi guys, it's Allie, and today I'm going to be telling you guys a story about the time I signed with a bad modeling agency. So I'm not going to say the name of the agency because I signed a contract that I would never slander them with their name. I'm not trying to slander them, I'm not trying to hate on them, I'm just trying to tell my story. So let's just jump in. So when I was 16, I signed with a modeling agency and I was super excited. How this started was I got a message on Facebook from a modeling scout from their agency. If you don't know what a scout is, it's someone whose job it is to just like find talent for that agency. So I got a message on Facebook saying, hey, I think you're really pretty, you should come into our agency. And the girl who sent me the message was actually really successful with this agency, and she now lives in Los Angeles. That's pretty cool, and that's what made me think, that was one of the factors that made me think, hey, this agency is probably pretty good. My mom and I also looked up a lot of reviews on the agency. There were good reviews and there were bad reviews. And my mom and I just kind of took that as like, oh hey, a lot of the bad reviews probably are from parents who got turned down from that agency because their kids didn't look the fit, and so they're just mad at the agency, so they just give them a bad review, So we're like, okay, let's just go ahead with it. I'm talking to the girl on Facebook, and she's like, hey, yeah, we should set up a meeting. And I'm like, yeah, I'm 16, like, we gotta have my mom involved, And she's like, okay. So we set up a time where we can all call and talk about it. Pretty sure that was like the next day. My mom and I get on the phone, and we set up a meeting. So I go in for the meeting, I think it was like 2 to 3 weeks later, and I'm super excited. This agency is like a legitimate agency. It was almost everything I had imagined an agency to be like, except for the lack of cameras and the lack of like studio area. I probably was thinking in the moment that I was going to be like Gigi Hadid or like a Victoria's Secret angel. I was like, yes, I'm 16, they're gonna make me famous. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's probably what I was thinking in those moments. So we go in there and we sit down and they start dishing off all this cool stuff, and I'm like,
wow, look at me, like, this is so cool, like, this is awesome, like, yeah.
She gets us so hooked, and then she pulls out the training fees. Okay. If you don't know anything about agencies, they do not legally get to ask you to pay money for them to represent you. But they can require you to pay money for their training courses. I, was like, okay, whatever. What are they? And they're like $2,000, okay? So the lady's like, yeah, I'll let you guys talk about it. I'll let you see if you want to do it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So she goes out of the room. And I'm looking at my mom like, Mom, you don't need to do this. Like, it's okay. I understand. Like, my dad's kind of over here like, and my mom's like,
no, we're gonna do it. Like, we're gonna do it. Is it something you really want to do?
I was like, yeah, I really want to do it, Mom, but like, if you're not sure, we don't have to do it. She's like, no, I want to. So I was like, okay, so let's sign. So the lady comes back in and we're like, yeah, we're gonna do it. So we set up our payment plan. I'm so excited. They take me over and they do some headshots, which, not gonna lie to you, I've never seen those headshots ever. Don't know where they went. I don't know what they did with them. They give me this email that I need to email every single like Monday, okay? So I email them every single Monday. The same thing every single week. Hello, my name is Allie. I am a model for, I am this tall, my shoe size is this, my dress size is this, bust waist hip is this, and then I put my updated headshots and stuff. And I do that every single week, and I don't know why, because like, of course you know who I'm signed with, like you remember me, but like, apparently it was like to keep me up in their system. So because of those, I was supposed to be getting emails to book jobs. And every single email that I would get would be for something I can't do. And this happened to many people. I talked to a lot of people about this. So like, it would be a job for a 21-year-old and then a job for like an African-American lady or like an Asian lady. No hate, but like, I'm a stupid ass white girl, not a pretty black lady. I'm not 21, I can't have alcohol. I'm like in the womb still, I'm 16. So that was super irritating. Part of the reason why they were having me send in these emails, that I could be put on their website. Okay, this whole time I was signed with them, they promised me I'd be put on their website. I was never ever put on their website, never for a name, nothing. And the reason they were going to put me on their website was so that people could book me from them. I'm not even joking you. I'm pretty sure those headshots they took of me were supposed to go on the website, but they had me sending in my own headshots and they never have even gone up there. So my mom would continuously call this agency to get my pictures put on the website. And they would just ignore her calls, or they'd be like,
Oh, it's because she has to be signed for a certain amount of time.
which they didn't tell us, so it's not true.
Oh, we'll do it today. We're gonna do it next week. We're updating our website in the butt crack fuck up fucking this time.
I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. So then payments roll around. Payments are rolling around. And, you know, everything's like fine at first, except for the fact that they start taking the payments when they're not supposed to, which means they're taking unauthorized money from my mother, okay? I was so mad. So they kept doing this for a while. So eventually, with all of these things wrapped around together, I was so done with this agency. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. So I'm pretty sure I broke my contract in literally like July. And to break my contract, we had to pay them
More money.
Of course. It was a $300 cancellation fee. $300 more. You already wanted $2,000, and then you took other money. But now you want $300 as well. That's so awesome. And you want to know what's even more awesome is the fact that that cancellation fee is not on your contract that I signed when I signed with you. Eventually, I finally get out of that contract. It took so much time calling them and trying to get a hold of them because this girl who was supposed to like represent me never talked to me. I don't even remember her name. We could call her
Helga.
So Helga was supposed to book me jobs and help me out and be the one that answers the phone calls, but Helga never answered the phone. And so we had to call Helga's coworkers to get a hold of anybody. It really sucked. And to this day, I wish I could put these in the video. I don't want to because I don't want to put their name out there. I don't want to get caught for slander. Boo-hoo. But to this day, this was like 2016, like March, July area. And then to this day, this is like April, 6th, 2018. They still send me emails to do jobs. And guess what kind of jobs they are? Jobs I can't do anyway. Yeah. And the one job I did do with them, I did one. It wasn't paid. I walked in a parade with them. But I walked on the ground because all the specialty girls or boys who were signed with this agency got to ride on the float. So they had like a ton of people walking on the ground because the specialty people, I don't even remember what's special about them, why they got to do that. Maybe they were signed for a certain amount of time. I don't know, but I was salty about it because we had to walk a long way and these people are just standing on the float like, yes, I'm royalty. Hello, everybody. Look at my fans. So that's kind of where the story ends. Like I said, I signed a contract to not slander them when I broke my contract. And I told my story to so many people because so many people get scammed by them every single day. They still message me on Facebook to this day, like different people trying to scout me. How do you not remember that you had me? Like, it's such a scam. I don't know. It's such a freaking scam. I met this girl at this runway show I did in 2017. I think it was like New Year's. And she was signed with the agency as well. And she was telling me stories about being signed with this agency. And she did a job. She had still never been paid. And that was like 6 months after the fact. And she had like even released her contract with them and everything. So, don't. I'm not going to say their name like I said. But if you know who I'm talking about, don't sign with them, please. I really just don't want anybody to go down the road I did. I feel like I have to tell my story. I'm not telling my story to ruin them. I'm not telling my story to get them in trouble. I'm telling my story because so many young girls and so many young guys, I mean, anybody for that matter. I mean, so many people just really want to be models one day. It's their dream. It's their passion. They want to work hard. They want to do it. And with all these promising agencies out there, you're going to sign with somebody and you're going to have high hopes like I did when I was 16. I mean, I even went to something to get scouted for a Los Angeles agency that was also a scam when I was like 14.
they take these young people and they manipulate them, and it's so wrong. And I hate it because they promise so much and these people sign with them thinking amazing things are going to come out of it. And yes, sometimes amazing things do come out of it, but the majority of the time you're just going to get let down like I did. And it's so heartbreaking. Now I'm just a freelance model, and let me tell you, if you can be a freelance model, be a freelance model. I seriously have met so many amazing people, so many amazing photographers. I've met so many amazing friends. I've just had so much fun. I do so much fun work. I love building my portfolio. It's so fun. You know, there's different ways to do freelance modeling. I don't know how it is exactly where you live, but here where I live, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. I just, like I said, I built up connections after a while, and people would just contact me and want to work, and it's so fun. So my message to you is, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, I don't want to see any of you guys hurt. Nobody. Careful. Please read your reviews. And even when I posted a picture of me with my contract when I got signed with this agency, people were commenting on it saying how they're a scam agency, they're no good, and I just chose not to listen, and I should have. And I'm glad that I went through the experience on my own, because I wouldn't have this story for you guys today. But the industry is crazy. Any industry is crazy. Just be really careful out there. That's all I can really say. Be careful who you trust, definitely, whether you're in the industry or you're just in your daily life. I have a lot of modeling stories I can put up here, and I probably will as time goes on. But I'm so excited to be uploading again, and I hope you guys are enjoying my content. I'm going to be throwing a lot of storytime videos at you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and please follow me on all my social media so you can never get enough of me. Have a good day. Bye.